I'm being a minute late. I hope you forgive me that. How is everyone here? Oh, there's a couple of friends. I'm already seeing you. Let me know, everyone, if you can hear me right, if you can see me right. Okay, I can hear myself. Here's Kari, Valerie, Martusha, Ella. Hello, hello. Did I miss anyone? Please forgive me that. I'm sorry I'm being late. Back again. Ugh, I've just feel that sometimes I'm just getting ready for live classes and all the things goes wrong, but it's probably because of me rushing. Now I'm just gonna set the cable. Okay, I've got everything now. My lovely friends, hello, how is everyone? I'm sorry I've missed the last week class, but I was absolutely ill. Let me just move that bits a little bit so I'm staying in the center here. Now I was absolutely ill, and it's just I couldn't, stand a second without coughing. So today I'm much better. I've still got a little bit cold, but it's not as bad. My lovely friends, before we start live classes, please click a share button, click a like if you like me and if you like my classes, but let everyone know we are here. I do have one thing I want to mention before we start. I had this, oh, I've got some gold paper here. Anyway, I had this pleasure to design a digital calendar which is printable, and this is a free gift to the Simply Cards and Papercraft magazine. You can see here there is instruction, but there is also a video on my YouTube channel. So everyone who will go back to the previous video I've published, you get the chance to print and create yourself this calendar which has got the cover, some place to write your goals, and there's some bits, pages. Each page has got like a double-sided, so you can put it either way, and then each page also serves as a pocket. So on top of the regular calendar place for a note or your schedule, you also have those little inserts where you can write your like a birthday dates for your friends, family, so you're not gonna forget that, or any other important dates you need to remember about that. Good evening, Marta. Hello, hello. Hi, Mo. Welcome, everyone. I am super happy and excited you've been coming to my weekly classes today, and I'm so happy, everyone. Now today, as I've mentioned on the event when I was setting it on the Facebook, today I want to talk a little bit about the crafting fairs, about getting ready for the cards. I thought this could be quite helpful for lots of your friends who's been making cards, who would like to start selling cards, or you've been already selling your cards. But I thought I'm gonna say a couple of words for the friends who are just on the beginning stage, because not maybe everyone's got the experience, a lot of experience with selling your cards online. So before we start, let me just tell you a couple of words. My friends, if you'd like to sign up yourself for the craft fairs, one thing I would recommend, this is from my own experience, is that whenever you're creating your card, don't leave the card blanks, like on the back side. This is a space where you can add your logos, I've got what I have here. I used to have a stamp, but after like many years having this like a handmade by Marta stamp set, I switched to the stickers, and I'll tell you why. Because first and foremost, there is no risk of smudging, of stamping it, crinkle under the angle or anything. And what else those stickers allow me for is that I've got the access, like this is my logo. You've been recognizing probably very well by now, some who watch my videos, and I've got the access to all my social media, so it's easy to track me, like on the YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and on my website. And what it does is whoever will look on the card, whoever will receive on the card, they will like, oh, there's a Facebook page, I'm on the Facebook, let me check the card maker. Because sometimes when you put your name with the stamps, like I don't know, handmade by Susie or Chloe or whatever your name is, the customer may not know that you have a Facebook page. They may not know you're on Instagram or something, and that will require them to kind of Google you or something. So if you give the access to like a Facebook or whatever social media platform you're using. You're giving yourself a chance for more customers to come over, to join, and you know, to see your creation, to order the cards. So I really recommend you, even though if you don't have the stickers, if you don't have the personalized stamp, just leave something. Never ever sell the cards without your name on the back, because this is kind of a, this is your like a business card. It will work far better than a business card itself. Now, saying that, let's go to the card making. I do have something today I wanted to share with you, which I've designed. This is actually the last year design, but I now have it in digital form. Last year I had this little idea for having this like a box of sunshine with this like a card making printable set. And this year I've just started. This is a new thing for me as well. I hope it's going to be interesting for you as well to have a look. I've added some of these design to my own page, and let me just grab the link. I will share that one with you. Oh, where is it? Oh, I forgot I'm on a different computer, but just bear with me. And I'm just gonna share the link with you, and then we're gonna start making card. One thing I would recommend you to do if you're going on the craft fairs, have some notebook, have some space when you can take a note, because sometimes you may find that the customer may want to have some like a personalized card, something else from, you know, order for a future reference. So make sure you've got that on hand, and that way you can order it. Oh, Monica's here. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. And now this is the link to the digital set, and that one is available on my new page, which is still building. But let me just walk you through the elements I have here. And I thought this is something which could be, you know, easy for you to print and have some lots of the different, like, you know, cards out of it. I was making a cards a whole last year with this, and I still got plenty of, and this is something you can print in A4, A5 size, or even A6. Like, for example, if you would like to have those like a little elements, like a small sentiments to put on a little cards, you can easily, let me just show you the difference between A5 and A6, so you can reprint it in a smaller version. Now, what I want to make today, it's going to be a couple quick cards, couple simple cards, something which we can, you know, sell on a craft fairs. Let me know, my friends, if you are selling your cards on a craft fairs. Is there anyone who is like getting themselves ready for a Christmas market? What do you do? Oh, Gemma's here. Hello, hello, Gemma. Hi, Lynn. Hello, everyone who's just joined us. So I was doing the craft fairs for a very long time, but that was like ages ago, to be honest. Oh, I'm sorry. That was ages ago, and since I had my son Wojtuś, I was just like more kind of working from home, and then selling cards to my like kind of irregular customer who's been with me for that long time. But I maybe one day want to go back at some point, because, you know, it's always nice to meet people, and there's lots of other crafters as well. So let me know if any one of you has been take a part in some Christmas fairs and things like that. And the one thing I can tell you, my friends, is that don't get yourself discouraged if it's not gonna be working for you. Like I had an experience, and I was sharing it with one of my friends who said that they weren't super successful with their market fair. Like, they went and they didn't sell a lot. I had a craft fair when I barely sell anything. I don't think I've sold maybe just like a one card or something. I went home, I just wanted to cry, because it was just like, oh, it was just not working. It's not working for me. I'm just like living crafting and and like that. And then later on, very like I don't know, couple days after, the people who actually seen my cards on the craft fairs, they start reaching out to me through the Facebook, through my social media, say, hey, I've seen your card, can you do me like personalized card, can I order a card, can I buy a card? So only because I had like a little, like, you know, cards I was just giving them, they were able to, you know, track me down and get back to me. So never lose a hope, because you don't know, maybe, you know, just because it didn't work at this current moment, you may actually, you know, gain from it in a future. So if you're a beginner crafter, get yourself like a little bit visibility by taking a part on few like craft fairs, car boot sales, because you never know. And one thing I want to say that during some craft fairs, I actually met like couple customers who later become like my regular customer, who were not only buying Christmas cards, but then like a card for a birthday, for a wife, for anniversary, then for their kids' wedding, for their like grandchildren, you know, all the occasions. Like basically, I still got a few customers who's been coming over and over and over again, and they've been just buying cards from me regularly. And I would never meet them if not the craft fairs. I have 3 more Christmas cards to do, and then 50 for Kingsmill Hospice. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Oh, excuse me. I still got a little bit cough, but it's not as bad. Now, I'm taking an A6 card. No, A6, 6x6 card, and I did a little bit of the scoring line, and I do have a couple of those like snowflakes, and I think this is a very quick and easy card. If you print and cut those snowflakes, all you really need is just a 1 or 2, and then maybe like a Christmas sentiment, and your card is ready. And that's really takes no more than 10-20 minutes. The worst part of it is just to, you know, print everything and cut it out. But if you are having the access to Brothers Scan and Cut machine, or even a Cricut, I think like you can print it suitable for the Cricut machine as well, and this way the machine will cut all the elements for you. So I hope you will enjoy it, and this will help you out to create the tons of card, very like, you know, on a budget as well. Because all you really need to do is just to print the elements and cut them, and that's it. So oh hi Antonina, how are you? Thank you so much for joining. We're not doing anything difficult. Last time we were making this big box with the snowflake, but today I thought I'm just gonna create a couple of the simple cards just to show you a quick and easy ideas you can make for the craft fairs and things like that. Because sometimes, and this is very important, is try not to overcomplicate your cards. This is the mistake I was doing from the beginning, that I know I was trying, like, you know, trying my best, making sure that, oh, this is gonna be the best card ever. But when you spend like few hours on each card, and then you're gonna be pricing them on a very low price, it's never ever gonna be working for you as a crafter to, you know, make a little bit like livable income from it when you know, spend like 4 or 5 hours on a making cards, and then you sell it for like £3 or £4. Obviously it doesn't mean like, you know, you cannot do it, because like not everyone, like there's lots of you crafters here who's just having it as a hobby, and if you're in a position you can afford that, then it's fine and it's brilliant. Oh, someone's ill. Oh, Antonina is still having a cold. I'm still coming out from the cold myself, but hopefully your one will improve as well. I think it's just like a what is this circle in my house, that whenever like my son is getting ill, then I am ill, my husband is ill, and we all just, you know, catch hold one from another. I've lost my glue bottle, but I'm gonna use this one. Hopefully it didn't dry. Oh no. So you're still watching, my friends, because the chat is getting quiet and I'm not sure if it's just freeze or not. I had an internet fault this morning, and then second time on the afternoon when my router wasn't working. Well, I don't think it was router, it was more kind of due to a bad weather. Oh, Ella's still here. Lovely. So let me know if everything is working smoothly and fine, or is it not working, because I was just stressed on the afternoon when my internet stopped working, and I was like, oh no, I hope it's gonna be working good for the live class. So I'm just adding the panel, couple of the snowflakes, and basically this is just gonna be like, you know, making a card itself. And once you add a little pearl or something to those snowflakes, this really makes them looking nice. All I really need is some sentiment, and I haven't even cut all this ephemera piece because I already have a plenty of another sentiments from my other bundle. So I just thought I'm just gonna combine them. Here we go. Still here, enjoying watching you. Oh, thank you so much. Now I forgot to put my hot glue on, so I'll just leave it to the side, and in meantime let me just quickly make something else, something different. And this is the advice about what I was mentioning about not overworking your cards. This is actually the advice I received from the lady who sold me her shop like a few years ago. For those of you who watch my video with my craft room tour, I was mentioning that several years ago I actually bought the whole craft store. The lady in my town, she was closing up the store, and then I was managed to outbuy the papercrafts section from it. And then what it happened is, like, when I was talking to the lady, she gave me the advice that, Marta, if you ever want to survive in the industry, don't overwork your card. Don't sell £10 worth card for a £5. And she was true, because many times we just want to make our cards nicer and nicer and nicer, but unfortunately there is a limit we can sell our cards for, because sometimes if you would think about like how much time and heart and effort we put into the card, we should actually charge them like £40. So, but yeah, it is hard, especially on the beginning. Like, I don't know if you agree with me, but for a very long time I had a trouble to actually charge for my cards. I was always like feeling shy, like, oh no, I can't, like, you know, who's gonna buy it, or what if the customer will say it's too expensive. So I was always shy on it. And how are you feeling yourself, like, my friends? Let me know. How is things for you if you sell your cards? Nursery knows. What is it? I used to call my typhoid Mary little because he caught cold. Ah, yeah. Yes, the nursery is just like one little one is catching the cold and the whole group is just passing one to another. So yeah, but let me know, like, how is things for you? I had this very like hard time to price my cards for a long time because I was just feeling shy. I was like, oh no, what if the customer says it's expensive or something? And I had a price in my head, like, I'm gonna say £7, I'm gonna say £7. And then someone was asking me and I was like, 5. Even though earlier on, a second ago, I had the price £7 in my head, I was still feeling like shy to ask her. So just listening to you, that cough is going around. Oh, really makes you feel drained. Yes, I do agree. It's just something like, you know, I was really feeling like not having power to anything, and also I couldn't even do anything. Like, I couldn't record the videos or anything, so that was really, you know, sad. I had the power to work, but I just couldn't do do it. Now, what I wanted to do, I wanted to use this little tool, but I can't find my sponge. I can't find my sponge. Where are you? Oh no, everything is disappearing. Never mind. I'll do it with the help of the regular sponge. So this is the piercing tool, which is for a leather, and I really like it. But I like it to use on my corkboard, which I cannot find. Never mind. So what I'm gonna do, I hope it's gonna be working here as well, maybe on a stiffer card. And I'm just going to, no, I don't think it will work on this piece. Oh, I've got something else instead. I've got this piece here, which is the packaging, so that should be working as well. Oh yes, so look on that. I'm just doing myself this full stitching line, so that will look like that was going through the machine. And this is the piece which I had from the parcel. I don't know, but quite often you can find those packaging, so don't throw that away and use it. And this could be also good for shaping flower. Like if you've got that shaping tool, that sponge will be working well as well. I do agree, I spent 2-3 hours on a card less. Yeah, this is the problem. I find it that you know, sometimes, but I think it's becoming from the main issue for that is that we're quite often, especially as a beginner crafter, you don't really have the experience. Like I can tell from my own personal experiences that you don't have much experience on what to, like, how to price your card, how to you know, give a good and honest price to yourself in the first place. And then you look on the prices in a supermarket or like any other store, and you can see all those cards for like a £1, £3, £5, and then you just think like, oh, I cannot charge more than a £5 for a card. So this is the thing. But you cannot compare yourself to the nor you should. Actually, you should never ever compare yourself to you know, supermarket prices, because you are not the supermarket. I think I'm gonna put it this way rather than the other one, because you are not the manufacturer. All you do is the work of your hands. This is just, you know, this is the handmade goodies. And I think that we need to you know, start giving ourselves the price we deserve, because otherwise it's just gonna be getting harder and harder. Now let me see, I do have some poinsettias flowers. Let me just grab those and put one more package of those handmade flowers, and just gonna bring them here so I'll have them. What it costs, materials, you don't know. Yes, exactly. And the thing is, I know that this is not always possible to give yourself those honest, like, how hourly rate price. But if the cards is taking you 2 or 3 hours to make, I don't think it should be, you know, sell for like, you know, £2 or £3, because like this is just like, you know, you deserve more. And even though, like, for the crafters who doesn't want to, like, you know, make a money from selling the cards, always remember that, you know, you're using some goodies, you're using some supplies. These are just, you know, using up themselves as well. So having the price for your cards will give you a chance to you know, repurchase all those like extra elements you need to invest, or some, like, you know, invest in some like cardstock, all those usable things. Like for the die cutting machines, we always, like, you know, buying machine is one thing, but then you have to rebuy those like a cutting plates and other things which are using up. So it's always good to, you know, give yourself an honest price. I do have the video on my YouTube channel actually, which is like a more organized than me just having this talk here out of my head. But I did a video before on selling handmade goodies and how to price them. Like, well, how I do, like, you know, I'm not saying that this is how you should do, but this is how I do and what things I am considering when thinking of the price for my products. So if anyone is having some thoughts on it, then you can definitely have a look on excuse me, you can have a look on the video, and then just, you know, see, maybe you will find some couple of the good thoughts there. Carol, it's the same here. Oh, I've already read that. What sort of margin do you think you should put on it? Like, for the price point, it all depends. It actually depends, like, you know, what materials are you using, what size of the card, how much time do you spend, do you adding some like extra embellishments, pearls, do you adding like some, you know, extra things, like there's so many things actually, I think, that going under the price that you cannot really say like you know, this price will be like, you know, good or not, because everyone is different. Like, for example, one person may spend like a 4 or 5 hours to do one card, when the other one, like more experience, maybe spend like far less on the same type of the card. But then again, if you're working, you know, some time, I think you also deserve some recognition in the price for your like experience, because to be honest, the price of the card, to me, this is not only the current like time you spend on it, but there's also other things, like, you know, all these supplies, all these tools, all experience as well. So there's lots of the factors. So what I would recommend if someone is just starting and having that query, like how much shall I charge for my cards, is that keep a little tracker of what you spent, like what you had to, you know, buy to in order to be able to create the card. How much time do you spend on it, like how much it's taking you for to create the card. Is this unique design? Another thing also worth taking under consideration, how unique project it is. If this is something like that, which is like plenty other crafters haven't, like there will be a difference in, for example, creating the simple project like that, or like that, or there will be a difference in creating something. Let me just bear with me. I'm just gonna grab maybe something to show you more. For example, this is like special design card, yes. So the price of the project like that, which is like, you know, handmade sleigh, flowers, all the I don't know, this is a chipboard, this is like a fake snow, so there's a like a acetate, so it's so much things, elements on this card in comparison to the simple card like that. So obviously the prices could be so much variable, and I do recommend everyone just to, you know, have a little like a notebook and then try to write down like you know, step by step on a couple of the cards you're making, like what's the size of it, how many pages of the paper you have to use for the card. Is the card coming with the envelope? Are you dressing up the envelope, like is the envelope having some like a snowy stamp or something on it? So there's so many things you can consider, and then just try to be honest with you. Like, ask yourself, how much would you like to pay for a card? Like, how much you would like to be paid? Oh, this is what I was planning to say. Not how much you would pay, but how much would you like to be paid for the card? Like, and give yourself, you know, the honest, you know, price, because you deserve that. And Marta, did you say the papers you are using? Yes, the paper, those like elements. These are, did I link the page? These are digital ephemera, and these are on my new website. I'm just making that website as we go. I actually had a plan for this website to be fully operating. It is operating and it's working, but I have so much more things to add to this page, which I didn't do because, as you know, I was ill, my son was ill, so yeah. This one or the other one, I have some free papers as well here. So these are for using on the Buy Me a Coffee page, but this big ephemera page, which is like, I think it's 14 pages. So that is on dropofsunshine.art. There's a 14 pages you can print, and you can, there's over 100 elements, and you can either print them like that, or you can print them in a smaller version that will give you a lot more to play with. I think like you'll be able to do like 100 cards from it easily. So yeah, it's very hard to price, and I also think that there is, I don't know how to say, but I sometimes feel that there is this type of the secrecy in our like crafting community. Not many crafters is, I don't know now, but when I was starting, I could hardly find anyone who was saying like, oh, I'm charging my cards this and that. Like, you know, I usually charge my cards dependingly if it's like personalized card or not, anywhere between like, you know, £4 or £5, then maybe like even 15, dependingly if this is like a, you know, explosion box or something. So some of the cards I even like charge £15, and it's fine. I actually have a few customers who like ordered, say like, oh Marta, can you do me like super special card? And I've made a card that say like, this is gonna be £15, and then when they come to pay, they left me like £20, and I was like, no, it's too much. And it's like, no, you take it, you deserve it. So you know, so you never know how much you can get for a card. I find difficult to remember prices when you have bought lots of things at the same time. It doesn't mean that you have to remember like all the prices of the elements, but what I did, and I do really recommend that to everyone, buy yourself a cheapest like notebook or something excuse me, and whenever you start buying like elements, for example, I've bought a bag of the, I don't know, like a pearls or something, like a little flat pearls or something like that, and that cost me like, I don't know, £1 or £2. So I can write, okay, one pearls cost me like five pence or something. Then I've bought the ribbon cost me like 20 pence per meter. So just write yourself a couple of the values, and then try to make this like a kind of a you know, invoice for 1 or 2 cards. And once you do it like one time, second time, then the third, it will be just getting easier and easier, and with each time you'll be able to you know, price your cards a better and better way. So this is just an exercise. You don't have to do it for all the cards. It's just something just to see, because many occasions we had in the head this idea like, oh no, this card, it's just cost me like £1 to produce. And I was like that for a very long time. And then when you actually physically sit through and think about that, okay, I've bought this paper pad that I use what, like 2 pages, that cost me this. I've bought this stamp, I've bought the ink, I had to use this, I had to use those like, I don't know, foam tape or foam squares, and this and that. And you'll be surprised, my friends, but many occasions what you had in your head that you spend £1 or £2 for a card, it's actually turned out to be way more expensive than you thought. And this is just, I'm telling you from my own experience, once you start counting like, oh, this button, this pearl, this and that, it all adds up. And at the end, if you think about that, you spend £2 or £2.50 or even £3 on the supplies, then you add, you know, time and everything, and you want to charge like £3 or £4 per card. That doesn't, you know, that doesn't give you a justice for all the hard work you do. So, you know, it's just something worth to check. Just give yourself that, you know, a little bit check up on how you price your elements and all your creations. And this is quite funny because, like, well, it's not quite funny, it's actually a little bit sad, but funny in this term that you see, like, there's a very expensive companies who are like, for example, not in a crafting, but I'll give you like other what is it, other area. For example, like let's say fashion or something. There are some companies who are producing the clothing which is like expensive, like up till, you know, oh, I don't know, it's just up to the roof, the prices. And everyone are like, not everyone, but some people, they just like, oh, I need to have that bag, I need to have this expensive shoes, even though they are absolutely like, you know, expensive. You could buy a car in the price of the shoes, but people still buying it and no one is questioning the price. And then there's another companies who, like, you know, trying to make a living or something, and then people like, oh no, it's expensive, it's this and that. So and the cost of production for both companies will be pretty much the same. So this is how crazy it is, that sometimes, you know, you just need to make yourself a little bit branding and just get yourself an honest pay, because you deserve that. So don't be shy to ask for the money you deserve. And especially now it's getting, you know, harder as well, and buying all those materials, it's just getting expensiver. Now I've got this one, look on that, just at 3 minutes, and maybe I'm just gonna add some Nuvo drops to that. Of course the pearly one, I like that one. Yeah, so again, just have a look on what you spend on making those cards, and be yourself, like, you know, give yourself a honest price. Because if you would be doing another job, for example, if someone asks you to, I don't know, work as a waitress or something, and or other, you know, type of the work, and they will offer you the hourly rate pay which you charging yourself as a card maker, would you work in that place? Like, you know, ask yourself, like, if I would have to do another work for the money I am charging, like, would I be working? So, you know, I hope that gives you a little bit more encouragement. And I like that one. It's very simple and easy, but it's just, you know, so I hope it's a little bit, you know, interesting chat for you today, something different. But I thought the Christmas markets are coming, so why not just get a little bit chit chat about. And what's your opinion? Like, what do you think? Like, you know, are you are you happy with the prices, or you know, what do you think? Like, should you charge more? Because it takes a little bit. Like, I know that it's easier. I think it's just much harder on the beginning, when you just think like, oh, I'm just a beginner crafter, and you want to, you know, take a cheaper price just to you know, please everyone, and, you know, make people wanting to buy your cards. But there is one risk into this as well, because every time, if you're gonna be starting from a very low price point, then later on in the future, whenever you would like to, you know, upgrade your price and give it a more like a fair price to yourself, then people will be like, ah, why is it so expensive now? It was like last year it was half a price. So there is also this danger that you will get your customers used to the very low prices you are offering them in the first place. So that's a trap you have to take under consideration as well, my friends. Now, this is a 4th card, so it's not bad. I think I'm not super like prepared. I didn't cut the whole collection, like whole ephemera set and everything. I still got some leftovers from the last year. But last time, I think I was making around 10 cards in 1 hour. I was just like boom boom, one thing another. I'm so sorry I'm late. Oh, no worries, not worries at all, Jackie. It's nothing difficult today. We're just kind of a laid back talk more about like craft fairs and selling cards. So I hope it's something, you know, a little bit interesting for you as well. Tomorrow I'm gonna have a live classes on the Facebook, and then we're gonna do a little bit more advanced project than there. So I hope, you know, it's just a little bit difference, like, you know, something more difficult, something simpler, something like with more elements, more supplies, just so everyone will have a chance to actually participate, the, you know, regardless of how many supplies and what's your level of, you know, advanced, like whether you're advanced crafter or not, that will still give a chance to everyone to, you know, take part in it. Oh, excuse me. Happy Christmas. I don't know, should I put that one and then maybe a snowflake on this side? Just something simple today. Not everything have to be super, you know. Oh, maybe just like that. I like those clean and simple cards as well. This is something you can give to your neighbors or something, or if you've got a person you forgot to do card, that always gives you a, you know, a few minutes to make. And I'm up for anything you do. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you so much, Jackie. That's really nice. But yeah, I was struggling half a day worrying about that internet connection and trying to, you know, put everything up. I'm still working on this online store. I am starting, and then I was just like, oh no, I'm not super prepared. But sometimes it's all you need is just to do a couple simpler cards as well. And this way that will be a great for, you know, quick makes, for selling on the craft markets, because they will be just looking nice, but it will give you a chance to, you know, create a lot of the cards, very very accessible for you, so you could you know, sell them, and then it's not gonna be taking a lot more time for producing them. And if you have the personalized like cards order or something, you can always, you know, print yourself like a sentiment for yourself, like, you know, this is like happy Christmas mom and dad or whatever, and then just add those in instead of the sentiment, and that will also give you a chance for creating a personalized card quite easily. Sorry I can't be there tomorrow. No worries at all, Ella. I really appreciate everyone's been coming and, you know, rewatching later as well. And I know that everyone's having the live, especially Sunday is the you know, time of the week, but I don't have any other day of the week which I could be like consecutively like same day over and over again. Okay, so we've got 4 cards here, and let's make another one maybe before we go. What is it? Oh, I've got white card base. Most of the square cards, isn't it? So but I like them. I think they just present nicely. I'll put this one up so it's not gonna get destroyed. And I've got this piece from another card. Oh, that's so easy. It's way too easy to do those cards with the ephemeras. I really like it. I can then cut all the bunch of the elements and just have it done. Now just gonna add this one here, and then maybe just gonna I'll maybe cut it. I don't want to tear it and destroy it, and that will go underneath. Oh yes, look on that, my friends. That's just, the cards just make themselves. I've got a little bit uneven space here. Okay, now let me see. I will just add some extra foam tape here, just like that. And within an hour, not even hour, it's 50 minutes, and I was talking for the first 10 minutes. So let me know, like, are you doing like a more complicated cards or simpler cards? What do you think? Like, what's your take on the Christmas cards? Are you like to do like the same design for example, because I know like some crafters, they will do like a 1 or 2 designs and they will like reintroduce it in many like another like color schemes or something. I always like to do like a variation of the cards, like a little bit of that design, a little bit of that, so each one of them is looking slightly different. But it depends, like, you know, when I was at the beginning, I was always like making one design and then just like recreating it 5 times. Maybe down here a little bit, or maybe not, just leave it like that. And then winter wishes or Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Oh, I know what I can do. I hope I can find my I need to find my punch, and I could then just round the corners here, and that will be looking nice as well. But I'm not sure where's my punch now. I've cleaned up my desk recently and I've took off all of the punches, and I can't remember when I placed the box, but bear with me. I've got one here, but no. Oh, never mind. But I think for this card, what I'm gonna do later on, I will then just round the corners to match with the label. And maybe, oh, never mind. Well, I've got a string here. Oh, hi Susie, hello, welcome, thank you for joining. I'm doing the simple cards today. I'm actually playing with the new, well, it's not a new, it's a last year's set I had, but it's now in a digital form. I'm batch making simple fancy fold cards with a different toppers. Oh, that's a good idea as well. Once you have one design, then you can just batch making it. But sometimes I just like to, you know, free craft, just cut a bunch of the elements like I did now, and then just like, you know, sit and do like different cards, each one of them looking slightly different. Now I've got that, and then maybe just last one more, why not. Oh, I've got this piece here, the label, and then maybe something else. Oh, I don't know, jingle bells. Oh, that will be looking nice, but I just want something for the background. No, maybe maybe actually the white one, but just to give it a little bit dimension from the embossing folder. I think this one will be looking nice if we just emboss it. Now let me just mark the lines here. Yes, I like it too, and I thought, you know what, I just wanted to keep it going because I still got plenty, like from the between the last year and this year. I think I've made just like a, I don't know, 30 cards or something, and I still got the same elements, still got a bunch of the leftovers. And I also have the leftovers from his Christmas collection, so I thought I'm just gonna play with these. Now, what I'm gonna do, bear with me, I'm just gonna run it through the embossing folder. I just need to find one, something nice. Oh no, where are you? Oops. Oh, this one will do. I've got the large embossing folder from the Creative Expression, so I'm just gonna place it and run it through my my machine. Now, where is this one? Where's my plate? Oh no. Oh, there you are. Far too many things here. Now, okay, just make sure it's nice and even. I'm just coming back. I'm just gonna run it through. Okay, and now here's my paper element, and it's been embossed, and I think it's just given this nice effect to my card. And maybe I'm maybe just going to give it a little bit of the brown color to the sides, so that will just make the element even pop even more from the white card base, and it will also look nice with this label I have here. So I've got that. Let me just quickly wipe it very gently so it's not gonna get colored. And oh, I've got some pieces here cut from my other card. And now let me just quickly adhere this one. So we've got 1, 2, 4, 6 cards. Look on that. They just go in, isn't it? Very simple, easy cards you can just make for yourself or for like neighbors or for those craft fairs. And these would be the cards which I would be probably charging like, you know, £2 or something per card, because they're gonna be, you know, easy to make and just, you know, cheap in a mass producing. And especially like if you're using the digital sets like that, you can reprint a couple of the pages with snowflakes or something, and then just, you know, keep on working on those cards. One more thing as well, I didn't say that. If you're like you know, thinking of pricing your cards for the fairs and market, also think about the packaging, because many occasions, my friends, we are forgetting about the things like that as well, and these are mattering as well. If you're like, you know, giving a fancy you know, packaging to your products, if you're like adding all the extra, you know, packaging and wrapping and everything, that's costing money too. So, you know, give yourself a honest price on that one. And what I'm thinking, I should probably what I would do, I know I'm just gonna cut the oval like that. And do I have something similar? Let's see. Die here. Oh yes, that will be looking nice. And what I will do, I will cut it from the design paper. Which design I want to use? Maybe maybe something more plain, bluish color than this one. Oh, this one will be nice. So just something which is gonna be give me a nice shade to my element. And that's pretty. Wow, 6 cards. I need to start making my Christmas cards. Yes. I think it's the last call now, because it's a month left. Well, a little bit more if you're giving them on hand, but if you're planning to send your cards, then definitely. Why is my cutting machine not plugged? Come on. Ugh. But if you're planning to send the cards, definitely kind of wait till the last minute, especially like with this like a post office strikes and everything. It's good to be organized a bit earlier this year. Now, okay. Oh, thank you so much. This embossing folder, I can't remember. It was something with a star. It's Creative Expression. It's one of those like a A4 size embossing folders. I quite like A4 size. I wish the more companies will make them, because most of my cards, they are like 8x8 size. Oh, look on that. That will be looking nice. And we've got the extra element, and I'm just going to ink it just a little bit, just to give it a little bit more vintagey touch. And I find that some of the embossing folders I've got beautiful one, but I'm just finding I'm not using them as much because of the size, because they're not as large as I would like them to be. Are you using embossing folders, my friends? Let me know. If you're just watching, let me know if you like the folders. I had some video in the past where I've made a few nice cards with just the embossing folder, nothing else, and I really like it. I think I'm just not using it as much as I should, because the embossing folders are just great. Now, first the double-sided fold tape. Oh, there it is. Hi all. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. We're just doing some easy Christmas cards today. By the way, I don't think I've put like all the description, but later on as well, whoever's just missed that, I will leave all the links and everything to the collection in the description area. So thank you so much, whoever's just joined us. We're just creating some easy, simple cards, just to playing with them and just to, you know, get ready, organize for some craft fairs and things like that. We had a little chat about the pricing cards as well, so whoever just joined and would like to rewatch from the beginning, then I was just chatting a little bit about the pricing cards and stuff like that. Look on that, another card, and it's just a couple seconds to make these. Maybe just a smaller poinset, yeah. Oh, yeah, the smaller one won't take as much space. Now, for the big cards like that, like the one which have in the bulkiness from the flowers, I usually either put them in a larger envelope or sometimes just wrap them nicely in the wrapping paper and then put the foil, like a foiling bag, onto them as well. So you're not always need to have the envelope or the box. You can also make a box if you like to. Shall I go with the leaves or not? I don't know. I actually don't know. Maybe just leave it like that, because I like the plain, like a red brown color tone. I'm not decided. I haven't decided yet. Or maybe this one. Oh, or maybe not. Why not? This is the old leaves, which are free designs of mine. And I think these ones will be looking nicer here. It's not like a Christmas leaf, but I like the color of it. It's more kind of a masculine vibe. So why not? Why not use these? Maybe just one like here. And one more here. Oh, perfect. Okay, what is it? Sometimes put them through 2 times, connecting them. Fit the card size. Feeling much better now. Yes, it's much better. I still have got a little bit cough, and I'm sorry, I need to take a sip of coffee, but it's been an hour I'm talking and I feel my throat is getting dry now. So I think this could be my last card for today, but I will make a little bit more advanced project tomorrow on my Facebook class. So whoever's got time, 10 o'clock coffee morning with me. So look on that. Within 1 hour and chatting, let me just put this aside for a second. So we're gonna have some space to share it with you. Bear with me, my friends. And I'm just going to place this one here so it's out of the way. We made that one. Let me just show you them a little bit closer. Here we go. So it's this card, that one here, this one here, this one, and last one here, the L size. And that's all the cards. All of them, they were made. Excuse me, excuse my voice. All of the cards, they were made using this digital elements ephemera set, which is, I've put it on the comment, but I don't think I've pinned the comment, so I will write it down in the comment section, the link to the page. This digital set, there's 14 pages here with all the elements to print, and you can print them in this size or the smaller one if you prefer the small size of the elements. You can easily change the size of the printing because that comes in a PDF file. This is $5.99. It's on my page, and I will see you tomorrow on the Digital Sunday with me on a Facebook page. Stay blessed, my friends, and of course I would love to visit you my next weekend, next Saturday, for more inspiration. Stay blessed, my friends, and bye bye. Thank you so much. See you.